The top stories. Former NCC workers believe the Employment Rights Tribunal is still the way to go. Mottley says the BLP is willing to work with the government to replenish the unemployment fund. And West Indies suffer a batting collapse against South Africa. Welcome to Nation News for Monday, January 5th, 2015. I am Janelle Ward.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
The Barbados Workers' Union says it will not abandon the idea of having the Employment Rights Tribunal hear the wrongful dismissal case filed on behalf of National Conservation Commission workers. The disclosure came on Monday afternoon from the union's General Secretary, Tony Moore. She was speaking after meeting with several of the retrenched workers to find out whether they had changed their views on the matter in view of the long time it is taking the tribunal to get down to business. Ms. Moore said only a few of the former NCC workers appeared not keen in using the tribunal to get their jobs back and were pressing for severance. Opposition leader Mottley says the National Unemployment Benefit Fund will have no money to pay benefits to former workers come the end of this month, stating that the Barbados Labour Party stands ready to do all that is necessary and legal to replenish the fund. She says the necessary supplementary and legal amendment must be brought to Parliament as the first order of business this year. On Monday, the Daily Nation broke the story that the fund was in serious trouble and required an urgent cash injection. Ms. Mottley said she had warned the government about the unsustainability of the fund.
In October and then again at the end of November last year, I warned the country that the Unemployment Benefit Fund of the National Insurance Board was in peril. It was collecting $2.5 million on average monthly while paying out $5 million. As every Barbadian knows, this is unsustainable and a recipe for disaster. Indeed, the government has known about the crisis for months and that this situation needed to be resolved as a matter of urgency before 2015. In addition, they were aware for more than 2 years that their actions to extend the improved unemployment benefits for 22 months, as well as the establishment of a $10 million training fund, would have depleted the resources of the fund and it would have to be urgently replenished. This situation was compounded by the announcement of job losses at the end of 2013.
Acting Magistrate Alliston Seal has expressed his frustration with the persistent backlog of criminal cases in the court system. He signaled his displeasure on Monday when a few cases more than 2 years old and a murder case from 9 months ago could not be started in the District A Magistrates Court due to the absence of key files. The murder case involves 5 St. Lucie men charged with the death of Charlie Doom last April. It is being presented by paper committal in an effort to speed up the process. Mr. Seal said it made no sense for this and other what he called, quote, uncomplicated matters to be hanging around in the system. The Bridgetown Heliport, which has been abandoned for the past 5 years, may soon be back in business. Minister of Housing and Land, Dennis Kelman, says he has been informed that another helicopter business is to take over the site, which used to be occupied by Bajan helicopters. The area has become a breeding ground for mosquitoes and rodents, and vagrants have often made it their home. You can read more about the potential turnaround in Tuesday's Daily Nation. Grisette's primary school students will return to their St. Michael's School for the new term, which starts on Tuesday. The close to 300 children were relocated to 2 churches last October after reports of an offensive smell caused by a fogging exercise at the school. The relocation was expected to last 2 to 3 weeks, but it continued until the end of the last school term. On Monday, Principal Edwin Bino told Nation News teachers were working to get the classrooms ready for the children. Christmas is still very much in the air, and patients at the geriatric hospital and other care facilities got a cultural treat on this, the 11th day. Following on from a treat during NIFCA, the National Cultural Foundation took a show to the grounds of the St. Michael District Hospital. It was a festive atmosphere as the mostly elderly patients were treated to performances from some of NIFCA's entrants. In sport, West Indies suffered a now familiar batting collapse on Monday to leave South Africa in sight of victory at the end of the fourth day's play of the third and final test match at Newlands. Resuming the day on 88 for 2, the West Indies were bowled out for 215, setting South Africa 124 runs to win. The hosts ended the day's play on 9 for 1, needing a further 115 runs for victory. Earlier, Marlon Samuels scored 74, while Shivnarayan Chanderpaul hit 50 before he became the last man out. And finally, we're hearing that Christmas trees can be enjoyed long after they're discarded. In fact, they're a delicious source of vitamin C, for goats at least. A Maine farm is extending an invitation to residents who don't know what to do with their discarded trees. The manager says it's a win-win situation. Humans can recycle their trees and the goats enjoy a treat. If you brought a live tree this year, maybe you can find a local recycling option. That's where we end the Nation News for Monday. For more, log on to nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and pick up your Daily Nation on Tuesday or subscribe to our e-paper. Thank you for joining us.